Some people love the idea of cryptocurrency, but they're worried about the volatility. They're worried about buying at the wrong time. And there was an interesting Reddit post that I just read today, just from a few days ago. How does one invest in blockchain technology, not crypto, but the tech? And I want to go through this, talk about what makes crypto valuable, what do you have to look out for, and can you actually invest in blockchain just overall without investing in specific cryptocurrencies? Now, there is a link underneath the video to M1 Finance. They just announced that they are including M1 crypto now, or they have crypto accounts on M1. So definitely use that link underneath the video in case you want to invest in a broad basket of different cryptocurrencies. And when you use that link, you get $10 free if you deposit $100 onto the normal investing account. Now, cryptocurrency is obviously pretty volatile, right? Bitcoin's fallen down 60-70% from the highs. Ethereum's fallen down similar. A lot of smaller cryptos have just been obliterated recently. And I found this interesting post just while browsing on Reddit. How does one invest in blockchain technology, not crypto, but the tech? And for everyone that's a thumbnail investor, please listen through to the end of the video. I feel like crypto has a great future, but this person obviously might not. Hi, how does one invest in blockchain technology, not crypto, but the tech? I know I am late to the game, well, at least somewhat, as I do have some money in crypto, but what if I'm not interested in buying one coin versus another? How does one invest in blockchain technology or the companies leading the way in that tech? So, first of all, let's dissect this a little bit. I know I am late to the game. At least somewhat. Now, of course, we're not super early on. We're not just first people that have heard about cryptocurrency. Most people, I think, have heard about crypto, at least in the US and other really well-known countries or like really wealthy countries. I think a lot of people have heard about it, but not a ton of people have invested in it still. There's so many people that have no idea how to invest in it, or they don't know what cryptocurrencies are. This person does have some money in crypto, but what if I'm not interested in buying one coin versus another? At this point, I think maybe it's just that there's been too much volatility, they've picked the wrong coins, or they've just bought at bad times. Maybe they just don't know that much about crypto in general. How does one invest in blockchain technology or the company is leading the way in that tech? So those are two totally different things. But first of all, let's look at blockchain. What is blockchain? So a blockchain is a decentralized ledger of all transactions across a peer-to-peer network. So basically a way of accounting for different transactions without an intermediary. Using this technology, participants can confirm transactions without the need for a centralized clearing authority. So this is really valuable with everything that we've seen in the world. Some people just don't want any intermediary. They just want to be able to transact between you and me in a way that is safe and dependable without having to go through a bank, right? They're closed. Maybe they return the transactions. Maybe they say you can't do this or that. So it'd be nice to have a way of transaction that isn't including some kind of big brother. So that is what blockchain technology is. Now, how does this work? How do you use a decentralized ledger across a peer-to-peer network? There still has to be some incentive structure for banks. If it's not decentralized, right? That's not decentralized bank, but they get paid, right? They make money from having your money. So why do people validate transactions on a decentralized ledger? It's because they get paid to do so. In Bitcoin, you get paid with block rewards. With Ethereum, you get paid in staking rewards. Now with this, there has to be a barrier of entry. If you could just get paid to write any kind of transaction and nothing that you had to give up, there wouldn't be much security on the network. So these different blockchains require a resource, such as energy, computing power, or money. With Bitcoin, it's all three, right? You have to use energy to run miners. You have to pay money to buy the miners and the energy, and you have to have computing power in the miners. Now with Ethereum, it's a little bit different, but it still uses energy, computing power, and money. There are different ways of validation, whether it's proof of work or proof of stake or other ways of validation, but there has to be a barrier of entry, and there has to be some way to reward validators. If you're not investing in the coins that use blockchain technology, you're talking about just investing in the technology, which has been around for a long time. It's just a decentralized ledger. You have to pick a specific one. You can't just invest in all decentralized ledgers and invest in ones that aren't connected to a coin, because there has to be an incentive structure, which is the coin itself. what makes a good coin? Well, there are different theories on this, but this article says the main theory behind cryptocurrency value is if enough people agree it is valuable, then it becomes more valuable. So kind of like a greater fool theory, that if you buy something and someone else will buy it from you for a higher price, then it's a good investment. But I don't think this is necessarily true. Now, this does cause fluctuations in price if a lot of people think that something's valuable and they're willing to pay any price for it because they think it's super valuable. Of course, it becomes more valuable. That's obvious. That's with anything really. But what makes Bitcoin valuable? What makes a currency valuable? Scarcity, divisibility, acceptability, portability, durability, and resistance to counterfeiting, right? That's why we don't use apples, because there's no durability, right? They would rot. That's why we use US dollars, because it, in theory, is divisible, right? Down to a penny. It's accepted throughout the US and throughout parts of the world. It's portable, pretty portable, especially when you put it online, right? It's somewhat durable. It's paper. It's not like you're going to drop it and it's going to break. And it's resistant to counterfeiting. There are a bunch of different things in it. Now, it's not very scarce, and that's why people are looking for other assets, right? Or also because it's not super portable, you can put it in your bank and then try to send it off, but it might take a while. But this is why people like Bitcoin, right? It's very divisible down to a Satoshi or a SAT. You can see that it's scarce because there's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin. It's not super accepted right now, but it is very easy to move, very portable. It's very durable, right? You can't break a Bitcoin, and it's very resistant to counterfeiting because of the validation. So how do you invest in blockchain technology? You really have to invest in the cryptos that are valuable. Now, we just went through what makes a crypto valuable. I think scarcity is where a lot of cryptocurrencies just go wrong. You have to have some kind of scarcity. Like if you just inflate to infinity, the fact is, unless it grows faster than that inflation, and in a bear market, that's pretty hard, the value will go down. It's not a very good currency if they're gonna print a ton of it. Now, you can invest in the blockchain technology or the companies leading the way in tech. So you can invest in crypto companies. I mean, that might be exchanges, right? That might be Ethereum because it's used as the energy that these different dApps are built on. So you have to pay Ethereum to use different dApps on Ethereum. It's like I said, it's like the energy of the Ethereum network. You could invest in Bitcoin. So I think investing in the coins themselves is the way to go. And maybe you want to do like VC funding. Maybe you want to invest in something like a big exchange. There are different ways to go about that. But in my opinion, the best way to invest in cryptocurrency or in blockchain technology is investing in cryptos. Now, you have to know the ones that you want to buy, but maybe that's where you go and buy a basket of them. That's why M1 Finance is the sponsor of this video, because you can invest in multiple cryptocurrencies. But I think that's really the best way of going about it. And some people still think it's too volatile. Right now, it's less volatile than the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, but it does move around a lot because this is pretty new technology, cryptocurrency in general. But I still think that this is going to be a very popular technology, and it really decentralizes money away from the state, right? It takes government out of the equation and gives you a fair currency that isn't going to be changed based on the whims or political agendas of different people. So let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video. Check out the link to M1 Finance, and I'll see you in the next one.